And we're back to maybe finish Act 1 stuff. This has been going on so long. This is going to be a long route. What are you going to do? We should hang out in here. If you can help me build my fort, we might still make it if we work together. I'm going to have to hang out with the student council since I lost the bet. I realize that we didn't agree on when and where. I'll just wait for them rather than risk us missing each other in the chaos outside. They must be busy running around and organizing things anyway. It's funny, I would have assumed the price for losing to Shizune in her stupid game to be a lot more severe. This is just a pretense for spending time with her. In that case, I guess she just wants me to have fun. Even though she can't just come out and make her intentions clear, they may be good intentions after all, and I think I'm starting to like her more. I could skip going, but it'd be a waste, and I want to go too. I mean, you know, today does seem pretty exciting. If anything, it'll be interesting. The student council, what? That's still around? Isn't it like 2 dudes? They're both girls. Really? Are they cute? Damn, no wait, are they cute? Wait, why did he ask that twice? No, it doesn't matter. I heard the student council president is insane, that whoever it is never talks, only gives orders to flunkies. Shit, they're the same in every school. Sounds like a cold-hearted bitch. Bitches everywhere. If it's 2 girls, they outnumber you 2 against 1. That is a dangerous situation, dude. Who knows what can happen? Damn, the student council is just 2 women, but they hold so much power. They must be stopped. I can see them plotting ways to push their feminist agenda, and I can't trust an administration like that. This is not cool, not cool. Damn shit, damn. He fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he's trying to start a fire, then slowly begins to calm down. Ow! Hit my knee. Calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course. I'm gonna have to find some place to hide in a safe haven, and then knock the lights out of myself so that I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival. Okay. Later, dude. The door slowly closes with a low creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. Ponder what I'd like to do with Shizune and Misha, deciding it's best to be extra prepared. I duck back into my room and stock my wallet with money. Wonder if they have that game where you try to catch goldfish on a paper net. Seems way easier than they make it look. Then again, if I were to catch a goldfish, I'd have no real reason to keep it. What am I going to do with a fish in my tiny room? Cook it? I could give it to Shizune or Misha, but that might be overstepping my bounds. Why? It's a real problem. Both of them are cute, but I don't think I have any chance with either of them. Regardless, I mull over the thought of doing it. I imagine how they might react if I were to give them a gift tonight, like a fish or a doll. Misha would probably laugh like she always does. Shizune might slap it out of my hand. Oh, maybe it isn't such a good idea after all. Okay, I think I'm set. A good while later, I decided this could be another psych-out test devised by Shizune. Even if it isn't, it's starting to get kinda late. I resolved to just go out and search for them, even though I don't know where I could look. They might be really hard to find today. As soon as I step outside, I almost bump into Shizune. Oh, hi Shizune, where's Misha? I ask, knowing you can't hear me. I try to sign as best as I can, but really I'm just making stuff up. I've gotta ask Misha to teach me some of this. Here. Misha pops up from behind Shizune, grinning widely. We just came to make sure you're coming along with us to the festival. Don't renege? What? Don't renege on your promise. Promise? I don't think I promised anything. Stop trying to get out of it. Come on, Ichan, it'll be fun. You need this anyway, or you'll become a no good person. You don't want to become one of those people who just stays in their dorm all day being paranoid, do you? I find myself staring over her shoulder at the door to Kenji's room right across from mine. Hope she didn't hear that, but I think Misha wants the opposite. I hope he didn't hear that. No, of course not. I was just playing around a little and was right about to leave anyway. You 2 didn't have to come here. Ah, really? Shi-chan was worried you would try to get out of it somehow. We need you, He-chan. Huh? I think my heart just skipped a beat. I don't have the aim to knock the dolls off the pedestals in that one game, and Shi-chan refuses to throw things. Oh. Shizune stares at me, immediately noticing my disappointment. She uncrosses her arms and adjusts her glasses. What did you think we meant? I refuse to throw anything. Why, Shi-chan, that is weird. Well, anyway, He-chan, you've thrown a ball before, right? So you have to come with us. I'm amazed by their logic. I don't know if they're joking or if they're not. I'd feel offended if I didn't know you guys were joking. You're joking, right? It is what it is, He-chan. It is what it is. Okay. Well, that's reassuring. Come on, let's go. The deaf band is sitting up outside your window. Misha grabs me by the hand and tries to pull me out the door, but it's clear that she isn't trying at all. Shizune looks at both of us, blushing slightly and fiddling with her glasses impatiently. I'm not used to this kind of casual contact, but I have nothing against it. How could I object? It's still light outside, but the sun is getting ready to set behind the trees. Looks like half the school is out here, and I can see even some faculty members standing off to the side, helping themselves to some punch. They're about to empty the entire bowl to the dismay of the girl working the stall. There's some fortune tellers chatting idly with their friends, while others have already gotten started slinging horoscopes at anyone who walks in range. I think that kind of tactic is a little too aggressive, but it shows they're into it. It's refreshing to see, but I don't know if I'll be able to get used to it. Well, we should get something to eat. Hungry, Hee-chan? Come to think of it, I haven't eaten all day. I don't really want to eat fried noodles. That's okay, there are other fried foods. Are there any foods that aren't fried? Candy, junk food is the essence of celebration. Come on, I mean, Shi-chan will treat you to... Shi-chan will treat you to one thing. One? Just one. Only so you can build up energy for your throwing arm. Oh, it doesn't look like all the booths are done setting up yet, so you might not be able to get what you want. Take a look around, surprised by the number of stalls. It's unbelievable this festival seems larger than the ones you see in actual towns. Despite what Misha said, it seems like half the school is already celebrating. The air is humming with excited chatter of at least half the student body. I can smell food cooking, and it's only making me hungry by the second. Come on, Hee-chan, the food is already disappearing fast. If you want takoyaki, we need to move now. I can go for some takoyaki. Come on, let's eat that. Alright, I haven't tried takoyaki in forever. I'm game. Shizune takes off before Misha can even send it back to her, briskly walking towards the takoyaki stand as Misha and I try to catch up. Misha laughs as she skips towards Shizune, who asks for 3 orders of takoyaki by holding up 3 fingers. Now, if you've never noticed it before, but for someone who is so obsessed with high-class tea, it's a little weird that Shizune is also into fast food. I take the plate of takoyaki she hands me and I wonder if I should dig in. It looks extremely hot. I can see the smoke coming off it and the oil bubbling on the surface. Shizune and Misha both look at me as if waiting for me to eat before they can begin. I can't back down, so I spear one on the tiny plastic fork jauntily sticking out from the corner of the plate. However, before I could even put it in my mouth, Shizune and Misha begin eating eagerly. Shizune taking quick but delicate bites out of the takoyaki, while Misha eats with a relish. Eats with relish like a small child. And I guess at the end of the day, both of them are just like kids. Are just kids like any other student here. And this is kind of nice. I don't think I've had a chance like this in a long time to just hang out with people and enjoy their company. Even before coming here, I'd been going through a very busy year. So busy that I hadn't realized what I had been missing until now. Here I feel at peace. This is a soothing atmosphere. I didn't know these kinds of festivals still existed. Hey, Hee-chan, you aren't going to eat your food? No, I'm going to eat it. Hope you aren't chickening out because it's too hot. That's not it. Even their teasing is beginning to become endearing. I ate quickly before my food can get cold, thinking that the dimly lit paper lanterns glowing warmly against the sunset make for a beautiful sight. Before I can finish the last bite of takoyaki, Shizune steps in front of me, standing perfectly straight with her arms rigidly behind her back. I can see she's trying her best to look as serious as possible, but even she can't hide her good mood as there's a slight smile on her face. Come on, Hee-chan, let's go play some games. Are they even done setting up? No, but it doesn't matter, Come on, Hee-chan, before it gets too crowded. Misha puts her hand on my shoulder and laughs very loudly. Come on, the prizes look really great this year, really. Wouldn't you like to win some prizes for 2 cute girls like us? Misha flashes her best cute look, which is admittedly pretty cute. I look at Shizune, expecting her to do the same, but she just looks at me like I'm insane. Misha, stop doing that. Wait, I'm Misha. Hee-chan, hurry up, you've been holding that piece of takoyaki for like 1,000 years. I like to savor everything I eat, even this. Without warning, Shizune picks the takoyaki from my hand and plops it into her mouth with a smile. Happened so fast that there was really no way I could have stopped her. Before I can even fully process what just happened, Misha bursts into laughter, and Shizune smiles at me, probably the closest I've seen her come to laughing. Well, that takes care of that. Shizune grabs my right hand, and Misha grabs my left. You're coming with us. There's a lot to do tonight. You should try harder to enjoy it. Running through an already sizable crowd of people, we play game after game, from ring toss to whack-a-mole to games I've never even heard of. We rarely win, but it's fun nonetheless. Hey, do they have that goldfish scooping game here? Of course, I didn't know you liked that game, Hee-chan. I've always wanted to try it. It doesn't seem too hard. Are you sure about that, Hee-chan? Haha, okay, we'll see. It should be around here somewhere. But where are you going to keep your fish? Do you have a bowl for it? Well, no. Maybe he'll eat it. Alright, Hee-chan, if we win any fish, we'll give them to you. No, really, another game, fine then. Shizune pushes me excitedly towards the booth, trying to hide the enthusiasm in her eyes. Fortunately, the 2 of them failed to catch a single fish, but I didn't do any better. Can't help but laugh as immediately afterwards they start tugging me towards a particularly large colorful stall that I helped build. I remember this one. It had been a real pain in the ass to make. The booth runner, an average-looking guy with dyed brown hair, snaps to attention when he sees us walking over. I notice two things. First, it's one of those games where you throw a ball at a pyramid of packed bottles and try to knock over as many as possible. 4 balls for 50 yen, that's pretty good. Second, there are instructions on how to play in Braille. I almost want to say something and look to see if Shizune and Misha see it as well. Either they don't, or they don't find it strange at all. Man, it's good to see you. Hakimichi, thank you so much for your help with this booth. Having fun? Shizune glances towards Misha, who signs everything to her in a flash, then beams at the operator. Ah, it was nothing at all, really? Yeah, this is great. I think the best festival we put together yet. Chiaki, we'd like to play this game now. That's okay, right? Of course, it would be really great if you could just give us your cute, hard-working student council representatives a prize for all the hours we put in to make all this possible. No. If anything, Chiaki has balls. Yeah, I built this stall. It was a back-breaking job, too. I wasted 2 hours of my life. I think I deserve at least a free round. And me. Me too. Ah. After some hesitation, he eventually gives in and hands us each 4 balls with a shrug. Barely a second later, Shizune and Misha dumped theirs in front of me. What gives? Don't tell me after making such a big deal out of it, you two aren't going to even play. And after the way we ganged up on Chiaki. Yeah. You stay out of this, please. Shizune turns to me and begins waving her hand dismissively. Misha appears torn between translating for her and consoling the booth operator. Hee-chan, where's your sense of chivalry? Besides, Shizune have a policy against throwing balls. Sorry, Hee-chan, I don't know if my aim is that good either. You must be pretty good at these things, though, right? It shouldn't be a problem for you. Looks simple enough. The bottles aren't even that far away. The only challenge is that these are wiffle balls. I throw one of the bottles hard, it bounces off unceremoniously. What the hell? Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks. There's water inside the bottles. Trade secret. That's not very fair. This must be why it's 4 balls for 50 yen. How devious. Come on, Hee-chan, you can knock them down. We have 11 more chances. Go. Maybe you should do it. Shizune, do you want to try? Shizune emphatically shakes her head from side to side. I laugh. This is actually pretty fun. Winding up, I throw another ball at the pyramid of bottles and manage to get them to budge just slightly. Both Shizune and Misha are casting long glances towards a doll shaped like a cat. Oh no, they really aren't that different. I wonder if Shizune would sound like Misha if she could talk. No, they're not that alike. I throw another ball, realizing it's actually quite simple. If I can hit 2 bottles in the bottom row at the same time, it's an easy win. Already a small crowd is beginning to gather, so the pressure is really on me. 9 more shots. Winding up like a baseball pitcher, I throw as hard as I can. The bottles come tumbling down. Ugh! That is the grossest thing. Why would they want that? Triumphantly, I claim my girlish cat doll. That's what you call that? That looks terrible. I wouldn't want that. And Misha laughs uproariously as if it was her who won it. Shizune stares at me with her usual blank expression. It's clear she wants the doll too. Hee-chan, congratulations. What are you going to do with that doll? Well, there's no right answer. I have to tread carefully. I do not know. Well, I'll take it if you don't want it. Unless you want to keep it for yourself, Hee-chan. I didn't know you liked dolls. How delicate. I don't. I have no use for this. Can I have it then? Their eyes are drilling into my soul. This is a decision I don't want to make. I turn back to the booth. May you have more than one of this doll? Actually, yeah, just one more. Okay, set everything up again. I want to try for that one as well. I still have 8 tries. As soon as the game is set up again, I throw as hard as I can, but miss. Trying to win another one, taking the easy way out, Hee-chan. If it's that easy, you could try it. No thanks. Say, Hee-chan, can you at least put the doll down while you're throwing the balls? Nope. There's only one more left. You had better get it. If you fail, I'll kill you. What a clever way to duck out and give me the doll, though, and by me, I mean me. Just kidding. It's so confusing when they talk. I can see Misha didn't mean any harm from it, and Shizune seems to enjoy her joke, smiling at it, but she looks a little depressed afterwards. I decide to hand her the doll, at least while I'm trying to win the other one. It's kind of hard holding a giant cat. Thank you, Chan. She-chan seems happy, Chan, but you're gonna win one more for me, too, right? Well, that's what I'm trying to do, isn't it? I throw again, but my aim is way off this time. My arm feels kind of heavy as well, as if blood isn't flowing to it properly. I scold myself mentally, thinking that it's pathetic I could get tired from something like that. Then I realize maybe it's because of my heart. If it is, then I don't know what to think. It's depressing that even something as small as this is enough to make me realize my own mortality. I guess there won't ever be a time when I'm able to forget about it. Even today, when I thought I would just be able to enjoy myself in this beautiful night in this beautiful place, I can't escape the reason why I'm here. I never felt so at peace in my life, and this place was like nowhere else I've ever been. It's hard now to keep from thinking the unthinkable, that I may have just been sent here to die. These past few days have been some of the best of my life, the first time in a long time I've felt truly alive. But in the end, I'm someone who finds himself reminded every time he climbs too many stairs or throws a ball too hard that he could die at any second. I'll always be limited by this. I feel depressed by that and angry as well. In the end, I care about my life and I enjoy it, and now it's more transient than ever before. I wonder what it is that'll finally do me in. It could be anything if I'm this weak and pathetic, a bad fall, a punch to the chest, a stray baseball. I've now lost my will to keep playing this game, but I keep playing anyway. Suddenly I feel a split-second sensation of pain in my chest. It comes and goes instantaneously, but it's enough to make me stumble just a bit. You're getting this bad over throwing some wiffle balls? Those things weigh like half a pound. Actually, they probably don't even weigh half a pound. Shizune jumps back, startled. She comes closer, staring at me with concern. Misha puts her hand on my shoulder. Hey, Chen, are you okay? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I don't really feel too good right now. I think I'm sick. I don't think I can go on. Misha frowns. Don't strain yourself. If you're that sick, you'll just make yourself sicker. Look, the festival is just getting started and we've been playing games for a while. We can take a little break if you're tired. Good idea, Shi-chan. I'm feeling a little tired too. I think we're all a little worn out running all over the school, Hi-chan. I nod. They don't seem to notice anything unusual. That's good. We walk through the sea of people with Misha cheerfully pointing out the faces of everyone she knows. Shizune holds a stuffed cat in her arms, cradling it absent-mindedly. It seems like they're having fun. Suddenly, I feel a pang of guilt. Because of my poor health, we all had to stop. Hi-chan, we're both feeling kind of hungry. How about you? No, I'm not as hungry as I could be, but I do want something to eat. That's good, Hi-chan. So what should we get to eat? It doesn't really matter to me. How about sandwiches, then? We'll need something to drink, too. Misha will get everything. What? Shizune looks at me and smiles and realizes she might be trying to cheer me up with a joke. I laugh. Hi-chan, it's getting kind of crowded, so we might not be able to eat here. It's getting kind of loud, too. Maybe we should go eat up on the roof. That's fine with me. It might be a nice view, and there could be a little breeze. Okay, then. I guess I should get the food and drinks now, so I'll see you two then. Misha takes a clumsy wave and then runs off. Before I didn't notice how the paper lanterns look illuminating the dark night, but now I'm able to see it. It's really an amazing sight. Fireflies float overhead, their soft glow making it look as if they're snowing lights in the night sky. Wait, yes, snowing lights. This type of thing would be impossible to see in the city. It's impossible to see in Canada, too. I don't even know what fireflies would look like. Shizune tugs at my sleeve impatiently and crosses her arms, frowning as if to show displeasure at me for getting distracted. You know, I don't know how to read sign language. Come to think of it, isn't this kind of stupid for me to have said that to a deaf person? She wouldn't have heard it. I shrug, hoping to show her that I don't understand. Shizune shakes her head, dismisses it with a wave of her hand. Maybe I should get around to asking Misha for some lessons on sign language. Climbing up onto the roof, I found myself in awe again at the sheer size of the school. The grounds are so expansive, I can't believe I hadn't realized it before. As I walk across the roof, trailing behind Shizune, I can't help but be taken in by the stars shining in the sky. Shizune and I sit down on the bench. She seems like she's in a good mood as she smiles softly while the breeze blows through her hair. We look down at the festival, which looks like a sea of glowing amber lanterns and waving paper fans teeming with people, some of them festively dressed in yukata. In fact, most of the girls seem to be wearing yukata. I wonder why Shizune and Misha didn't dress up today. Two of them look nice in yukata. I briefly think about what types they would wear. Shizune would likely go with something traditional, however Misha is a bit harder to place. Misha arrives, panting as she runs to us, trying to keep the food in her arms from falling. Setting everything on the ground, she lets herself drop backwards. Haha, that took a while. Come on, you two didn't tell me what you wanted, so I got some rice punch, some sandwiches and some candy too. A little bit of everything. Rice punch? That sounds like fruit punch, but rice. Like, okay, rice doesn't have much flavor, but okay, that's great. Let's dig in. Misha takes a bite out of a small triangular sandwich. So, Hi-chan, what do you think of the festival? It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Stars are nice tonight. This couldn't have been a more perfect day. Sound of people talking below us is like faint music alongside the chirping of crickets in the distance. I take a sip from the can of punch and look over at Misha, who looks as if she is sleeping comfortably with her back stretched out and half canful of apple juice balanced on her stomach. Shizune sits with her legs drawn close to her, rocking back and forth slowly like an impatient child as she stares up at the sky. Two of them are so cute. I look around and see many students holding hands with their girlfriends or boyfriends. Not too far from us on this roof, there are couples gazing up at the stars or down at the lights of the festival holding each other's hand. Part of me wants that. Look at Shizune and Misha. I wonder if maybe I should ask one of them out someday. I wonder if it would be worth the risk. The golden hands move across face with a delicate watch on Shizune's wrist catch my eye, and I see it's getting kind of late, but the festivities are still going strong. Shizune is still holding the stuffed cat I won by the paw. She notices me looking at it. Offhandedly, she offers it to me. I smile, want to ask her what I would do with it, but she wouldn't be able to understand me. I shake my head and try my best to tell her to keep it, hoping she'll understand. As I look out towards the school, I can see before me so many people, all of which are happy and cheerful. Watching them makes me feel content. And this really was something. Today was worth it. But I still can't shake the feelings of guilt and melancholy from earlier. They keep hanging on to me, and I can't let them go. Shizune signed something to me, and I can't understand her. No matter what I say, she won't be able to hear me. I can't understand you, Shizune. Well, whatever. I wonder if we both consider ourselves at fault for this. Anyway, I'm sorry for not being able to understand. No, I'm almost glad that you tried to coerce me into coming here. If I attempt to date you, though, I might have to think more about that side of you. Actually, I'm glad. Today was nice. It would be cuter if you smiled more. You have a nice smile. Frustrated, she stands up, arms behind her back, looking authoritative and confident against the backdrop of stars. Suddenly, Shizune throws her arms out towards the open sky, seeming to hold it between her hands. So she's telling me to look at everything in front of me. School bathed with the festival's glow and lit up with colorful yukata, the roof illuminated by fireflies, the sky so vast it imposes the feeling of awe onto you. What does she want? It slowly dawns on me with time. This beautiful scene before me is proof that there are things wonderful enough that spoiling them with bad mood would be unforgivable. And I could feel the weight of Shizune's personality pressing the point further. Oh, thanks, I guess. I look away, but then Shizune grabs me by the shoulder, her watch bristling against my cheek. With her left hand, she points up at the sky. There's no sound effects. With faint pops, fireworks begin to go off in the sky, each one spreading a shower of bright colors that slowly fade into the dark. Can't even recall the last time I saw fireworks at all, much less a display this large. Not to mention, it seems that they're being launched from this school. It's almost impossible to believe. The lights in the sky mingle with a second salvo from the town below, and they seem timed to complement each other like two parts of a duet. They continue for maybe 15 more minutes and then stop. Shizune realizes her hand is still on my shoulder and withdraws it carefully, looking a little uncomfortable. Regaining her composure, she grins with her hands on her hips and her chest thrust out in front of her. It's in these moments that she seems most like a regular teenage girl, energetic, happy, and carefree. I eat thoughtfully with Shizune, the two of us looking out at the gradually thinning crowds below in silence. She sits leaning forward slightly, her chin resting softly on her hands with a contented look on her face with just a hint of wistfulness. All the while still gently holding on to the stuffed cat's paw. Start feeling tired and tell her that I'll see her and Misha tomorrow without even realizing she can't hear me, and start walking back to the dorms. I feel warm and alive even in this chilly night air. The image of Shizune standing forcefully before the stars themselves, denying my self-pity, does not leave my mind easily. If only it takes a moment for there to be love, I think I maybe fall in love with her. Just a little bit. Oh, we did it! We made it to Act 2! Act 2, Learning to Read. Some of the art in that looked a bit better than the other openings. Like, you could see that they actually, put some color into the Shizune Misha's lips in some of the parts. The next morning, I recall what a perfect night last night was, so much so that I can't stop thinking about it. I clicked on the wrong thing. It's probably not the most appropriate time to reminisce since I have a test first period. It's so unfair. How can they do this? They hold a festival that is the culmination of what is to be at least a few weeks' worth of work on a Sunday, and then follow up with exams starting the very next morning. It's gotta be some kind of sick joke. I'm not too worried about it, but I wonder if they really couldn't have held off on this for at least another week. Well, at least the weather this morning is nice enough that I can study outside before class. It's a lot more refreshing out here than it would be in the classroom, not to mention how quiet it is. I'm starting to think that everyone else will be sleeping in pretty late tonight. Well, today. I put down the notes I'm reviewing for a second stare at the school grounds, still littered with festival stalls. Looking at them now in the daytime without paper lanterns or crowds of people to draw my attention away from them, I noticed something peculiar. A lot of the stalls that Shizune, Misha, and I visited last night also happen to be ones that we worked on. That's cute. Did Shizune come up with this? It had to be intentional, especially knowing her. Did she hope that I would catch on and see the fruit of our labors? I hear footsteps crunching the grass behind me and turn around. I feel slightly paranoid, but all I find is Shizune standing over with an innocuous look on her face. Oh, good morning. Why do I keep forgetting that she can't hear me? It's probably because I've gotten so used to Misha translating for both of us that I haven't actually run into many situations where I was forced to acknowledge Shizune's deafness and the problems that could stem from it. I think yesterday was the first. I gave her a wave anyway. I couldn't do at least this much, but I'm not even going to pretend for a minute that I could hold up conversation with her considering my ignorance of sign language. I'll just write it down. Would it be rude to just go back to my notes? I don't really know what else I could do. Where's Misha? I ask, knowing that she can... Not just because I can't understand you, you two really are always together, so I'm not used to seeing you apart. I know it's silly, but for some reason talking to her makes me feel a little less awkward. You'd think that would make it worse. Surprisingly, she doesn't get mad at all. She starts signing, but it's different than usual. Shizune's hands move more slowly, and the gestures are simpler. Quickly realize this isn't sign language at all. She's still attempting to communicate with me. So this is a sign language equivalent of breaking it down into layman's terms. I'm terrified that if I attempted to gesticulate back, I'd just look like a total dumbass. The look on Shizune's face tells me she is starting to think that trying to have any kind of back and forth like this is not exactly the best way to accomplish things. There has to be a better way. Writing on a pad? Well, I do have a paper and a pencil. What else, though? Cell phones. I don't really have much use for mine here, so I barely carry it around, and I don't know if Shizune even has one. She takes the initiative, holding up a finger to ask for a pause before pulling out a pad and pen from her bag and writing a single word on it. Hello. That's cute. I stare blankly at her and receive a similar but somehow more intimidating stare in response. She nudges the pad in my direction forcefully, clearly wanting me to reply. Good morning. Shizune beams with a disproportionate amount of happiness. She starts twirling her pen triumphantly as she thinks about where to go from here. Come on, it's not like we just invented fire. Shizune pushes up her glasses curtly as if she had heard me and then starts writing at a furious pace. Use a notepad. Right. I'm confused. Am I supposed to take it from her and write okay now? This is about the furthest thing I could imagine from a smooth, flowing conversation. It makes me envy the ease with which Misha is able to communicate with Shizune. Are you studying for the test? Pretty sure I can get away with answering simple yes or no questions like this with nods. You're here very early. Most people sleep in late after the festival. That means you are abnormal. Is that so? Well, you're here too. Before handing that response back to her, though, I remember what I'd noticed earlier, Nat. Yesterday was fun. I noticed today that I built a lot of the stalls we went to. Maybe that's why they were so familiar. Or was this another game? She shakes her head from side to side indignantly. No tricks. I thought that because you had made those stalls, they were the most important ones. We had to visit them because everyone should be able to appreciate the fruit of their labors. I wanted you to be able to see and enjoy what you had done. I'm sort of touched. Still, I have to wonder why she would go so far out of her way, and I ask as much in my response. Because you were depressed. I want to say that I was depressed for days, but stop. It's true, I was moping quite a bit, and not being too subtle about it half the time either, so it's possible that she knew. Was everything she did just to cheer me up then? Oh, thanks. I mumbled before I couldn't catch myself, but Shizune doesn't seem to care. I write it down instead, and she nods once as if unused to it. The silence between us grows more vast with each passing second, and there's nothing I can do to break it, obviously, because silence is what it's always going to be when talking to her. Having to write everything down on paper kind of destroys any hope of trying to be casual. Good luck on the exam. Why not ask her if she has a cell phone? I mean, if you're not using yours for anything, then why not take it with you? Shizune pushes the pad right in front of her eyes, breaking my concentration, taking the initiative again as always. As she walks into the school building, I can't help feeling a little sad. I felt like the longest 20 minutes of my life, and all because it's so alien to me to have a face-to-face conversation with someone by passing notes to each other that I can't help coming up blank most of the time. Makes me want to learn sign language. That's easier said than done, although in a school like Yamaku they might very well have a sign language class. In that case, there would be a little reason not to pursue this. The only person who I can think to ask at the moment is Misha. How badly do I want to know this? There's two options: wait until after class or go look for her now. I guess I'll go now, but I'm not certain where she is. My best bet would be to start searching for her in the girls' dorm, though. After all, if she wasn't with Shizune, that's probably the only place where she would be. Guy casually prowling around the girls' dorm early in the morning is unacceptable, but asking Misha about sign language classes in front of Shizune would just be unthinkable. She has to come to school sometime, after all, we're in the same class, so she too has to take this test. If I wait here, I'll be sure to see her sooner or later. I just hope she doesn't walk past me while I'm flipping through my notes. Turns out to be a pretty long wait as students file into the school. I wonder if Misha's going to be late. Eventually I catch sight of her. While she bounces across the grounds, it hits me that I'd have to be blind to miss her with her incredibly distinctive hair. Hi, Hee-chan. Good morning. Morning. I don't have a lot of time left before class starts, so I cut directly to the chase. Hey, can I ask you a question? Question? Okay, Hee-chan, sure, I have time, but only because I'm late. What does that mean? I should have woken up earlier, but I was so tired. If I had, I would have... If I had, I would have to study, but since I didn't, it won't hurt. What is it, Hee-chan? Well, there are sign language classes here, right? Yep, they're electives. Why do you want to know, Hee-chan? For some reason, that question briefly makes me panic. No reason. It sounds interesting, but I guess it's too late to sign up now, right? Not exactly being subtle here, but Misha never seems to pick up on things like that anyway, so I'm probably being more cautious than is necessary. Well, Hee-chan, I've heard there are fewer and fewer students taking sign language every year. So, if you want to, I'm sure they'll let you join. Are you thinking of learning sign language, Hee-chan? Yeah. If you learn sign language, Hee-chan, that would make Hee-chan really happy. If you want, we can go to the teacher's office after school. They'll probably let you in. No, that would be great. Don't tell Shizune that I want to learn it, though. Why not? Oh, so it could be a surprise. Besides, it'll look bad if you tell her this morning, and then I find out in the afternoon that I can't take the classes. Ah, you're right, Hee-chan. Still, this will be hard. It's such good news. I'm in the student council, so I might as well try learning it, even if it's just the basics. It'd be a step up from nothing. Besides, Shizune, I can't keep relaying everything through you as if you were a phone or something, right? You're right, Hee-chan. The bell rings to signal the start of the first period, cutting our conversation short. I guess I'll just ask the teacher after classes are through. What was it, that big, awkward silence that there was? Her reaction was a little strange, but I forget about it as the day goes on. The bell rings and the teacher at the front of the room gestures that classes are over for the day. Although getting into this class was surprisingly easy, it's only been a few days and I'm still not used to the experience. The actual signing is easier to pick up than I expected, but most of my classmates are hard of hearing. On top of that, the teacher favors immersion. I haven't heard her speak since I asked if I could take the class. It's an alien concept and really unnerving. The moment I step out of the classroom, I hear a familiar laugh explode through the air in a short distance to my left. Hi, Hee-chan. Misha's not in my sign language class, so this is the first time I've seen her in this context. I still don't know if, whether her not being in my class is good or bad. It would be more interesting with her in it, but the potential for awkward situations would increase drastically. Well, hey. Surprised to see you here, Hee-chan. Oh, that's right. You're taking sign language, aren't you? Right. What do you think of it so far, Hee-chan? It's not easy to learn a new language, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. Despite how different it is from the other languages, it's still easier than English. Yeah, English is such a stupid language. Like, the CH makes a ch noise, except when it doesn't want to. Like in, school or yacht. Yacht is like the stupidest word ever. Really, Hee-chan? I agree. I was just joking, but she's apparently totally serious. I wonder how Misha can effortlessly translate things to me while simultaneously having a conversation with Shizune in a different language like she does. Till now, I take it for granted how amazing it is. Someone bumps into my shoulder and apologizes. It's getting kind of crowded here. What with it being the end of the day and all. Oh, I think we should talk somewhere else instead of the hallway. Let's go to the roof or something. Okay. I decided to continue talking on the way. It's surprisingly quiet enough to carry on a conversation while doing so. Still taking me some time to get used to having to look at the teacher constantly. I guess I took all those years of simply listening to the lectures while I doodled for granted. It makes taking notes a lot more difficult too. The introductory class is small and I'm already behind. I guess I have a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, this is much better. I turn around and look back at Misha and see her staring at me with her hands on her hips and her cheeks puffed outwards. Hee-chan, you're behind? That's not good at all. Well, I started the class a week later than everyone else. It's not that bad. Okay, Hee-chan, let's review what you learned, okay? Then I'll tutor you, okay? That's the first time I've heard "I'll tutor you" used outside of dirty movies. I'm not nearly as turned on as I'd have expected. I don't know if I need a tutor yet. Aw. She looks more disappointed than usual. It makes me feel awkward to see her making that kind of face. I want to be a sign language teacher, Hee-chan, but it would really be great if I could try tutoring someone in it first, even if it's just for a little while. The experience will be valuable. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I didn't know you want to be a sign language teacher. It's hard to believe that she isn't intentionally trying to make you feel guilty, but because she's very good at it. Still, it makes sense. She's very good at sign language already from what I see, and it certainly has the voice for dealing with the hearing impaired. Never saw her as the teaching type, though. It's the reason why I want to go to this school, Hee-chan. It's also really expensive to attend here, you know, because I want to be a sign language teacher. I have reduced tuition fees. If it wasn't for that, I don't know if I'd be able to keep going here. I see. It's not that I think you would be bad at tutoring, it's just that I don't know if I need it just yet. You're right, Hee-chan, you're smart. Well, no, it just makes me sound arrogant. Alright, please tutor me. Ah, really? Okay. Thanks, Hee-chan, I'll do my best. Let's start right now. Too soon. I miss Hee-chan. Didn't you just see her this morning? But it's hard to talk to her in class, Hee-chan. There's no student council today either. Well, there have been exams all week. I'd be kind of mad if there was still student council. I'll be glad when they're over. When it's back, you're not going to skip out, right, Hee-chan? Of course, I'm in it after all. Don't worry, I'm not going to just suddenly stop showing up. A promise is a promise. Misha pauses for a second, not looking very convinced. Hee-chan takes the student council very seriously, Hee-chan. Now that you've joined, she works harder than before since she wants to make a good impression. Some other people joined at first, but they stopped coming after. Hee-chan tries to get more people interested in the student council, but wasn't successful. Even when someone would join, they stopped coming eventually. They'd make excuses and just put it off more and more until they stopped coming altogether. However, I believe that you really mean it, Hee-chan. My eyes stay focused on her hands, tilting and moving almost of their own free will, softly sounding everything she's saying to herself as she speaks. When he said you would join, she was really happy. Hee-chan thinks you're interesting, Hee-chan. An uninteresting person won't have the drive needed to join, even if they do. A person like that isn't interesting. A person that isn't interesting will quit soon after. That's what Hee-chan said. So it's my duty to make sure you keep going. Is that why you want to tutor me? You're kind of sneaky. Really, Hee-chan? That's the first time anyone has said that about me. There's no chance I would avoid student council work now. Thinking back over the past few days, I start to realize that the only reason I joined in the first place is because of Shizune, her competitiveness and force of will or alluring. I can't tell Misha that, though. Okay, Hee-chan, let's review what you learned in class today. You don't even know what I learned in class today. You're right, Hee-chan. Okay, let's start with the basics then. I'll just teach you everything from the beginning. You're kidding, right? Huh? You're serious? That's like days of lessons and we're not even learning on the same level. It's like riding a bike, Hee-chan. You never forget the basics. I don't know how to ride a bike, though. Oh, no. Right. I want to be a teacher one day, so of course I know what I'm doing, okay? Okay, we're starting. She looks like she's trying very hard, so this could be bad. While learning a language is vastly different from teaching it, and the first step is usually the hardest part. Honestly, I couldn't do any better. Still. Sign language was formally introduced in the 18th century by a Frenchman named, whose name I can't pronounce, and he started the first public school for the deaf in 1755, but the unwritten history of sign language is said to... I don't really know where to start. Sorry, what better place to start than the history of sign language, right? No, wait, maybe the alphabet. Okay, the alphabet it is then. Okay, Hee-chan, this is pretty basic stuff. Although some people think that this is all of signing, and forget there are all kinds of specific gestures and words. Well, you can't really get anywhere else without the basics. This is A. Do you see it now? Now you try. Isn't like A just kind of like a fist? I already know this though. Yeah, A is like a fist, and then B is kind of like an open palm, like you're waving, but you put your thumb like over your palm. I think that's, and then C is just like you make a C with your hand. I used to know some sign language, but I forgot it all. I humor her anyway. Yes, that's it. Now this is B and this is C. You should make one symbol with each hand, but without specifying which is which. Now D. Oh my God. D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, and Z. Yeah, this is bad. Do you think Shizune wants to do some student council work today anyway? We could go. Of course not, Hee-chan. Come on, I'll do it again. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K. Your turn. So there really is no student council work that needs doing, or anything like that. What are you talking about, Hee-chan? Come on, sign. Like this? No, like this. Like... this. I wish Hee-chan was here. This would be so much easier with her. That's how sign language is taught for most of the time anyway, with 2 instructors. Did you know that, Hee-chan? Nope. I'll let my brain run through what this would be like if Shizune were here. Hee-chan, are you paying attention? Yeah. Hee-chan says that sign language is different from any other because you have to think about everything before you say it. That means every word has more weight. Hee-chan, every single one is more important than normal. So, pay attention, please. She continues her basic rundown of the basics of sign language. Eventually she starts talking about stuff I start to recognize. In the end, I'm impressed. It took a bit of stumbling to get there, but as a teacher, she's pretty good at when she's serious. After a while, I start to notice that it's getting late, so I thank Misha, bid her goodbye, and go back to my dorm. I learned a lot today. Did that... Oh, I thought he was gonna, like, talk more about that. That's all he said, though. Alright, well, that actually is ending at a perfect time. 40 minutes. Almost on the dot. So, well, we'll see what that is next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.